The idea of doing this video actually came from my son. I had meant, as soon as I got home for a while, to do one on the cafe and chitterel. But we were talking, and as was pointed out, I don't have many subscribers. And he said that's because people don't know me. They can't relate to me. I'm a cold, impersonal person in the background. Okay. So I took that on board, and we decided to do something that I don't usually do. Believe me, I'm not hiding any facts, but I'm not a great opener-upper about myself. Mainly because I'm a pretty boring person. He thought present day might make a change to the ships, because not everybody wants to talk about ships all the time. So I'll give it to you in a nutshell. I came home from the hospital last Friday and been sort of gathering a bit of strength ever since. I go back next Tuesday, so it's not a long break, but it's just a holiday, which was desperately needed to get out of there, because all the procedures and the tests and the treatments started on the 27th of December. I don't know what it is now, about the 8th or 9th of February, so as you can see it's been a while. Hospitals are pretty scary places, but I've found that you can have fun, even where I am now in oncology. Well, let's forget that word, let's call it for what it is. It's a cancer ward. There's no two ways around it. You can call it whatever you like, La La Land, Disneyland, which it sometimes resembles, but it's a cancer ward. Now, as with most people in there, it's different levels of treatment. The most common being chemotherapy and radiation. That's fun, I can tell you. But it's in 4 stages in the hospital. You've got one ward with people 1 and 2. I might have even told you this. And the others with people at stage 3 and 4. I'm stage 3. At any time, a hospital is not scary. It's nothing land. It's as if they take you out of your own world where you survive and enjoy and have fun and a few drinks and stuff, and put you in this place where, well, really it's like some sort of a sci-fi movie. You're just a number in a chair or on a bed getting treated. So that's the main part. Actually, I'm a bit annoyed about some things. There's a comic out about some guy that got bitten by a radioactive spider. And he got all sorts of lovely superpowers. One bite. Then there's another green thing. I don't know what he's called. He's big, always angry. And he evidently got some gamma radiation and changed from a normal person into another person with superpowers. One burst again. I've been getting bursted on and off for 6 weeks. What do I get? No superpowers, just nausea. All the time. You try and fit meals in between treatments and nausea, which doesn't often happen. That's why I've lost so much weight, I think. Anyway, people in these places, now there's a lot of you who will see this who are in these places, So this is just my take on it. Everybody is different. They are outwardly bright and cheerful, and inwardly scared out of their living daylights. Because you just never know what's going to happen. I was talking to Penny, one of the nurses who looked after me last time I was in, but she's in the women's ward now, and she comes by sometimes of an evening after shift before she goes home. And I said to her, how on earth can you work here? There's people dying all the time. And her simple reply was, somebody's got to do it. Now, calm down, blood pressure alarm going off. There are many types of nurses in a hospital. There's the slightly grumpy ones, the very grumpy ones, and the psychotic ones. Nothing in between, except when you're getting stripped down to nothing to get into a gown to go back into surgery. Then from nowhere, two gorgeous, blonde, tall, model-looking nurses appear just to make you more embarrassed than you already are. You never see them after that. I think they've got a cupboard somewhere with these type people in, and they just take them out when somebody's got to have ultimate humiliation, but they do it with a smile. I've seen men hiding on the other side of their bed, refusing to get their gear off. Doesn't work, because there's always a backup team to come at you from another direction. 56 days, was it? 60 days? That's a bit long. So I'm on holiday, and this is my holiday, and this is you getting to know what I am. As most of you know, I'm a master mariner. I served in the Royal Navy, and then went Merchant Navy, and ended up driving tramp ships, which was a lot of fun. They're nearly all gone now because they've been phased out. But it was a different era back then. As I said in an earlier one, you can't run a ship on illegal cargo. So we were all smugglers and you name it, anything for a buck. You had to take your chances, especially if you were running whiskey into China when it was prohibited, because I'm talking 30-40 years ago now. They could get a bit nasty if you got caught, but we never did, mainly because we paid off in whiskey a lot of officials ahead of time. I would probably have stayed at sea a lot longer, except after the second heart attack, when they had to do all the internal stuff. The legs started to go. I've been in a wheelchair now 4 years, I don't know, something like that, which sort of inhibits life a little bit, but it doesn't stop it. To give you a list, I know this is very boring, so you know why I'm puffy and sometimes away for a while. Short list of ailments, isn't that lovely? I think the only other person I've told all of them is the cat, and he was very unconcerned. But there's heart, of course, cardiomyopathy, 5 bypasses, stents, valve repair, what else is there? Then you go to the other side, emphysema, asthma, and something else I can't even pronounce, which all gets lumped under COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and that's why I talk like I do, which I know annoys a lot of people. Then there's a few other things. The apnea, I don't worry about that sort of stuff, that's minor. But there's, at the moment, and up next for surgery is spleen and liver. That'll be when I go back. They're both super enlarged, heart's enlarged, and there's cirrhosis of the liver. So as you can see, a life at sea is very, very healthy. But a lot of it is diet. We ate terribly, we drank far too much. Bottle of whiskey a day, nothing. That would be after a few cold beers at lunchtime. Who cares? Big ocean, slow ship, you're not going to hit anything. What else can I tell you that tells you about me? Born into a military family in Surrey. Mainly army. House had to get pulled down because it was bomb damaged. Went to a good school. Was an entry into the Royal Navy Academy at Dartmouth, HMS Britannia. Got through that. And the reason I got through it was I cheated. I won't tell you how I did it, but it was very hard work. It was almost as hard as swatting for the exam. Job I got through. Wasn't a great success in Her Majesty's fleet. Usually got into trouble for something or other. Well, admirals will leave their wives and daughters hanging around when they go off places. What do they expect? In the tramp ship time, yes, we were smugglers, but we also did some good. We made sure that these modern pirates were kept in check. Lost a few of our crew in that endeavour. That's about it, really. Oh, there's one other thing you should know. I'm as thick as a brick. I have absolutely no comprehension at all. I think I did once because I got an IQ of 156, I think it was. I think it's now an IQ in single digit. As for the future, well, I won't be getting up and walking around ever again. They're going to remove some stuff next time in and then go back and hopefully finish off the 2 cancers they've found. These are the latest 2. They cured some before. So it'll be back to normal. I know, very depressing. Not my idea, but now you know. A lot of people say I'm not the nicest person in the world. I can believe that. I don't believe in Me Too. I don't believe multiculturalism works. I've even written a letter to the Prime Minister about all these ads on television. When you're laying on your back in a hospital, you've got a lot of time and the television up there. And there's all these things, $10 a month for this, mainly children stuff. $20 a month for water for this village. $20 a month to give an education to somebody. $20 a month to provide schooling. I added it up one day. Every month, just on the ads from that day, you'd be spending $295. So, no, let them look after themselves. That money would be better off spent here. And as for sending aid, we send billions of dollars a year to Indonesia, and they hate us. The most logical person to invade Australia would be Indonesia. And they can do it on the money we sent them as aid money that they've used for their military. Oh well. Starting to run out of air again. and I don't want to wear oxygen on camera or iPad or whatever it is, so I'll end there. I'll probably think of other stuff later, but I can add it into the new one. In the meantime, have a ripper day and try and be nice to somebody. Cheers.